Are you up for downsizing? And will a smaller home mean a bigger balance in your bank account? Mark Niederhelman is here to weigh the true cost of scaling back. Mark is a financial advisor with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Lori.
Well, you know, your kids are grown, they're gone, so why shouldn't we want to, you know, kind of downsize to something a little bit smaller?
Lori, it's the same question so many people here in Northeast Ohio are asking themselves. And when you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics' recent survey, Americans spend twice as much money on their housing as almost any other expense, and most Americans spend about a third of their income on housing. So a smaller home makes sense to a lot of people.
So why can't some folks commit to that?
I would say the biggest obstacle for a lot of people is it's emotional. Most of us have a very large emotional attachment to our homes, and it's hard to break that attachment. And with any change, there's anxiety, and here we're talking about a very big change. Secondly, moving is no fun at all, and anybody who's ever moved knows that for sure. And if you've been in your home for any length of time, you've accumulated a lot of possessions, and the prospect of moving and getting into a smaller place can be very daunting. And this move is going to be more difficult because you might not have space for everything that you've accumulated. So you're going to have to get rid of things that you've accumulated over a number of years. And a lot of times that has an emotional component attached to it also.
Sure, right.
There's also the loss of concern of a family magnet. Selling the large home might mean that you might not be the host of all the family events, and your kids and grandkids might not be able to look at your home as a second home anymore. Logically, it really doesn't make sense to maintain a home 365 days a year just to use it for a couple of family events.
Right,
so there
right.
really is an upside to not having that family magnet anymore. You might want to use other venues for those family gatherings, and oftentimes that's less stressful for everybody.
Okay, so those are reasons not to move, but let's focus on reasons why it's a good thing.
And there are many reasons. I think the first reason is income. If you have a mortgage, downsizing can help you reduce or possibly eliminate the monthly burden of that mortgage. And if you move to a smaller home, a lot of times all of your household expenses, your insurance, your utilities, your taxes could drop accordingly. You have to make sure that you're not increasing any expenses like homeowners association fees if you move into a condo. Oftentimes the money that you save can translate into things that you've wanted to do but just haven't had the resources to take care of yourself. Oftentimes selling a home can open up additional assets to invest. If you move into a smaller home, you might have extra cash that you can use to invest to create additional income to cover your living expenses, or if you don't need the additional income right now, use those assets for future use.
And a smaller place, it's less work, right? I'm all for that.
Absolutely, and oftentimes less work means more leisure time. Think of the regular chores that you do around your house. Landscaping, household cleaning comes to mind. And if you're in an older home, think of all the repairs. And repairs are expensive both in time and in money. Any way you slice it, a smaller home typically requires less time. That translates into more leisure time. So downsizing might actually allow you to open up a new fun chapter in your life. Plus, if you have less space, you're going to have less stuff. And if you have less space, you're going to have fewer places to put things. So you're going to have to very carefully consider every purchase that you make. Do I have space for all of this? So a lot of times people that downsize find that it reduces those unnecessary purchases that they make.
All right, this has been great information here today to help people downsize. So if your house is too big and a condo seems too small, follow Mark's suggestions to find a home that's just right. And for help, give him a call. The number's next. I had to cut that off.
For more information, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or click to www.lineweaver.net. Next.